I have given up on my argument with endgame. I still think no matter how casual the game is, a hard combat event will just be a net positive. 95% of players who don't want hard content don't even play the Abyss anyways, so just do the same there. But this is not the point of this video. Ever since I swapped to a more casual game style, building random teams instead of strong teams, I have ran into a problem. Resin sucks. Don't get me wrong, Resin is important to limit how much you progress a day. If Resin was unlimited, people would have max characters the minute they hit AR-45. And for a game with weak combat, that's not good. But with that said, it doesn't mean Resin can just stay the same forever. The one major change Resin has had was the increase to 160 instead of 120. And that was in version 1.1. We are in version 3.5. That was 2 years ago. For your information, all we had in 1.1 was Leeway and Mondstadt, not even Dragon Spine. And to top it off, there were only 26 characters, and only 4 were limited 5 stars. And even back then, Resin was just too little. So imagine now that we have Inazuma and Sumeru with their own domains and bosses and 58 characters. 160 is not enough. If domains were more forgiving, maybe, but they're not. You could spend months in a domain just to get one piece just for it to roll shit. By the time you finish one character, 20 more have been released. But I'm not going to sit here and say all we need to do is increase the cap, because even though extra resin is nice, it doesn't fix the problem. Resin is limited, sure, but the main problem is not that you can only do 4 to 6 runs a day, it's that your resin is not rewarding. If you watched all my Fixing Artifacts 2 video, you would hear me say that grinding is not the problem. It's the fact that it takes weeks, no months, to feel like your time was well spent. And it's the same for resin. When you decide to use your resin, you're faced with a problem. What do you use your resin for? This question decides if your day will be well spent or not. Do you grind ley lines, artifacts, weapon mats, talent books, bosses, weekly bosses? Maybe I'll build that support I got 5 months ago. Resin has so many uses, and it makes it hard to make sure you're up to date with everything you need to do. I don't think we need to increase the resin cap. I think we need to implement ways to make resin feel more rewarding. Make artifacts easier to obtain, make bosses use a completely different system. Let us do quests for more daily resin. Resin is a problem not because it hasn't been changed. Resin is a problem because the things that use it have never been changed. Genshin is casual, I admit it. There is no content that scales with your power, therefore it's casual. But since it's casual, the things that limited us beforehand shouldn't be around. Using resin should not feel like I'm at work clocking my 8-hour shift. I should go in and at least get one thing of value. As resin is right now, I don't want to use it. I don't want to stress over every new character and how long it will take me to properly build them. I want to finish at least one team before another character I like comes out. I want to come off the game not regretting what I spent my resin on. As resin is right now, it doesn't fit the narrative the community has portrayed for this game, nor does it fit the narrative they put on themselves. Genshin clearly wants to move away from all that hard combat stuff, but a lot of these ingrained features make players want this type of content. The amount of time it takes to build a character makes players want hard content to use them in. So why is it that we don't add the content but keep the features that make this even a topic? For the game to move forward, things like resin, bosses, and grinding need a fundamental change. They can't stay the same if they want this casual lifestyle. So in conclusion, resin is not the problem. The problem is that the things that use resin still have a competitive mindset and make resin feel ass. This is not an overnight change, but it needs to start soon if Genshin wants to move more into that casual style. Because as it is right now, Genshin portrays itself as a casual game, but all of its core features lean more competitively. But with that said, I hope you have a lovely day.